If you've been looking into solar-powered security cameras, the Napcat 4K Solar Security Camera and the YOYIRYB 4K Solar Security Camera are two options that you can look for. On the surface, they seem to offer the same promise. Sharp 4K video, wire-free installation, solar charging, and no monthly subscription fees. But once you dig deeper, it becomes clear that these two systems are built with very different priorities in mind. This comparison is about understanding those differences in a practical way. So, let's get started. At a high level, Napcat is designed to feel like a complete, traditional security system that just happens to be wireless and solar-powered. It's built around reliability, long-term recording, and independence from the internet. YOYIRYB, in contrast, feels much more like a modern smart security solution. It focuses heavily on app control, interactive features, and dynamic coverage. Neither approach is better by default, but depending on how and where you plan to use your cameras, one of them will likely suit you far better. When it comes to video quality, both cameras deliver true 4K resolution, and the jump in clarity compared to older 1080p systems is immediately noticeable. Fine details like faces, clothing, and license plates are much easier to identify, especially during daytime recording. With Napcat, the footage feels stable and consistent, particularly when viewed through the NVR connected to a monitor or TV. It has that classic CCTV-style look, where the camera quietly records everything without drawing much attention to itself. YOYIRYB's 4K footage is just as sharp, but the experience is clearly designed around smartphone viewing. Scrolling through clips, zooming in on motion events, and checking live feeds through the app feels smooth and responsive, which suits users who mainly monitor their home on the go. Night vision is another area where both systems perform well, but their philosophies differ slightly. Napcat offers dual night vision modes, allowing you to switch between infrared night vision for discrete monitoring and full-color night vision when you want more visible detail. This flexibility is useful if you're covering different environments, such as a quiet backyard versus a busy entrance. YOYIRYB also supports color night vision, but it leans more toward visibility and deterrence. When motion is detected at night, the area is more actively illuminated, making it very obvious that recording is taking place. This can be especially effective in residential areas where simply being seen can discourage unwanted activity. Battery life is one of the most important factors for any solar-powered camera, and this is where a clear difference emerges. Napcat uses a large 11,600 mAh battery in each camera, paired with a high-efficiency solar panel. In real-world use, this setup is designed to keep the camera running for extended periods with minimal user involvement. As long as the panel receives a reasonable amount of sunlight, the system can go for months without needing manual charging. YOYIRYB cameras use a smaller 5,200 mAh battery, which is still respectable for a solar camera, but reflects the fact that these cameras do more. Features like pan and tilt movement, auto-tracking, frequent motion detection, and constant app communication naturally consume more power. As a result, YOYIRYB cameras rely more heavily on good solar placement to maintain consistent battery levels. The installation experience further highlights the difference between these two systems. Napcat revolves around its NVR, which acts as the heart of the entire setup. The cameras connect wirelessly to the NVR using built-in bridge technology, and once paired, they don't require a constant internet connection to record footage. This makes Napcat particularly attractive for remote locations, such as farms, warehouses, construction sites, or vacation properties where Wi-Fi may be unreliable or unavailable. Once powered on, the system largely takes care of itself, which is exactly what many users want from a security solution. YOYIRYB, on the other hand, follows a more familiar smart device setup process. The cameras connect to a home base unit, and everything is managed through a mobile app. This approach is very user-friendly and intuitive, especially for people already comfortable with smart home products, but it does depend more on stable Wi-Fi for the best experience. Motion detection is another area where the two systems take very different paths. Napcat uses PIR sensors combined with AI-based human and vehicle detection. This setup is designed to reduce false alerts caused by shadows, rain, or moving trees. The cameras themselves are fixed in place, so while you get accurate alerts and clear recordings, the coverage area remains static. YOYIRYB emphasizes movement and interaction. Its cameras offer up to 360-degree pan and 90-degree tilt, along with auto-tracking that physically follows motion across the scene. This can be extremely useful in wide-open areas like driveways or yards, where activity doesn't always stay in one spot. Watching the camera follow a person or vehicle in real time adds a layer of context that fixed cameras simply can't provide. Storage is another major point of separation. Napcat is clearly built for users who want long-term, local storage without relying on the cloud. It supports up to 64 gigabytes microSD card for local storage, expandable up to 16 terabytes with external drives, allowing for weeks or even months of recordings depending on configuration. This makes it ideal for users who want continuous or extended recording and full control over their data. YOYIRYB also avoids monthly fees by using local storage through its home base, which typically includes 64 gigabytes of encrypted storage out of the box. This is more than enough for everyday motion-triggered recordings and short-term playback, but if you need more storage, you can expand it. Deterrence and interaction are where YOYIRYB really leans into its smart camera identity. Features like two-way audio, a powerful siren, motion-triggered lights, and instant app notifications make it feel proactive rather than passive. You can talk through the camera, respond to alerts in real time, and actively discourage intruders. Napcat includes deterrence features such as strobe lights and sirens as well. But the overall experience feels more focused on documentation and reliability. It's designed to record events clearly and consistently rather than encourage frequent interaction. Scalability is another consideration worth mentioning. Napcat feels naturally suited to larger installations, where multiple cameras are spread across a wide area and managed centrally through the NVR. Everything feels cohesive and organized, which is important when you're covering a lot of ground. YOYIRYB works best in small to medium-sized home setups, where flexibility, smart coverage, and ease of use are more important than massive storage or offline operation. So which one should you choose? If your priority is long battery life, minimal maintenance, large local storage, and the ability to operate independently of the internet, Napcat is the stronger option. It's especially well-suited for remote properties, large outdoor areas, or users who want a system that quietly does its job in the background. If you're more interested in smart features, auto-tracking, mobile app control, and active deterrence, YOYIRYB will likely feel more satisfying, particularly in a typical home environment.
Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and share with your friends if you have found this video helpful. Subscribe to our channel if you want more videos like this on your feed.